Back here, we're going to take a look at Ethereum and also take a look at Bitcoin. All right, now you can see here this weekly, this is a weekly look at ETH, right? You can see here double top, pretty much double top through here, boom, boom, rejection, right? Just barely set a new all-time high on this thing, pretty crazy. Come out on a monthly. Yeah, there you go. Just barely. Absolutely nuts, right? Was expecting quite a bit higher, actually up towards 7,000 at least. But if you come back here on a weekly, I want to show you something pretty interesting, right? On a weekly, if we look at what's going on over here, compared to over here, right? What I did was I um, took this and copied it because if you had this same double top, who's to say that you're not going to get pretty much the same reaction down here towards bear market, right? If we bring this in here, lines up pretty decent, right? I mean, you had oops, sorry about that. Let's get that out of there anyway. Get this up here. Take a look at something here. All right. If you take a look at both of these. This one came down roughly to this area right here right now. Okay, this one ended up coming pretty close to the same area, 2,500. It had a retracement up. Let's go to the very bottom back up here. 62% bounce, right? Now if you come here, 62% would have put it. Actually, would have put this, pretty far up there. It might not be coming down yet before it does bounce. Maybe, maybe it does pull down here into the 2,300 range. And then we get a bounce up. And this could be this inner move right here, right inside here. Giving a push and then a push up. Very possible, right? I mean, especially if you look at this thing. Pretty similar, if you ask me. No question about it. All right, where the bottom end up coming in? Well, you got a 5-wave down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a measurement on that. That gave you a bottom around 1286, and ended up coming down to right around $900. Right down there. And did it hold that? Yeah, that proved to be a bear market bottom for ETH right there, 900. Okay, then after that, we're in that same, sort of area through here, over here to here, right in that same area. Now, if ETH, if it doesn't do another wave up here, and it just finishes a 5th wave down here, I would put ETH down around 2,100. Okay, and could that be a bear market bottom? Well, I don't know. Last time over here it was, but that was in June of 2022. We topped in November of 21, and we bottomed in June. 7 months later. Pretty crazy. Excuse me. Sorry about that. In the winter time. Apologize. Sniffles a little bit. But this had 5 waves down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sorry about that. And then you're having 5 waves over here. 1, 2, 3. This one pull up a little bit more, or is that it? 4 and 5, and we'll see if that marks a bottom here. Now, as far as like I said, it held that. Let's take a look. If you go up a trend line off the bottom over here and pull this over. Let's go off the bottom here. Ended up coming through that area, right? Wicking down through. But something like that, let's go to monthly, be a little bit easier. There we go. You have a trend line coming up through here. You'd expect that to hold, right? I mean, coming through, yeah, that looks pretty decent, and 16, if it ends up coming down through here, 17, it could be a bear market low. It very well could be. We'll have to see what happens here. If you're considering this a bear market right now, which I tend to think it is. Especially after Bitcoin broke its major support level. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Let's hit that connect. Let's see. Let's go over to Bitcoin here. Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple is saying he expects the crypto market to go into all-time highs this year. Is that possible? I guess. Anything's possible. Look at gold and silver. Who would have thought $100 silver was possible? Not me. That's for dang sure. That's crazy. Now, if we look here at Bitcoin, see this white line coming up here? That was your monthly support, right? Ended up breaking, coming back. Looks like a retest back up there at 97.8, and looks like possibly another push down here. And you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with 5 waves, right? If I show you Bitcoin here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave down. Where would that wave put Bitcoin at? Down around 70. 69, 70. That would be your measurement. If you don't know how to do this, 69.6, somewhere right around there, that'd be a 5th wave down. Does it hold that level? Well, if we come out on a monthly, where would that put us? It would put us right back, roughly a wick back here in 2021. So possible, very possible. I'm looking from anywhere from 61 to 69, somewhere right in there. I don't think it'll go lower than that. This is the lowest I could see it possibly going, 58. But I think this 5th wave down here, and then you might see consolidation, the sideways action, and then up. But if you don't know how to chart, guys, sign up for level 3 membership in the description of the video. We have a pile of members over there that not only gets you 20 plus videos, over 20 videos to teach how to chart. It also gets you in our Discord to leverage trade with us. All right, we got some great traders over there. Check it out for $15. Check it out, please. I think you'll enjoy it, especially during a bear market or time when the market's like this. Leverage trading is a lot of fun. You make money both ways. It's not always fun if you're losing, though, right? It's not funny if you're losing money. I lost a trade yesterday on Bitcoin. I went short right when it lost this support line here. I went short on it. Ended up pulling back up on me and stopping me out. But we win a lot over there. We win more than we lose. That's for sure. All right, so we got some great traders. For a level 3 membership, all the videos alone are worth $15, man. You'll learn a lot through them videos themselves. And then the traders we have in Discord are absolutely incredible. So I think Bitcoin's, in my opinion, got to make another run down. Got the daily RSI is reset, right? It is down at the bottom. The weekly, looking a little weak. And your monthly is almost down there, right? It's still bearish, but almost down there. I think this thing, in my personal opinion, I think Bitcoin has another push down, and we'll see what happens after that, right? But keep an eye on ETH there also. If this does another wave here, going at weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4. The target here for this. And Bitcoin dominance has to break down sometime, right? We'll put this right around $2,000. Right around $2,000. The last bear market, it went to 900. Would 2,000 make sense? Yeah, possibly could, right? You got your monthly RSI coming down, starting to flatten out a little bit, though. The weekly, starting to roll over a little bit. Might need that, one last push down. You almost got your daily down here, right? So we'll see what happens here with ETH. One way to tell here is, if we're out in a daily chart, put a trend line on it. can see through here. That one broke, but put a new one on there. Use your newest thing here. This thing breaks. This thing takes out what 28.7. Then good chance it's coming. It's pulling down there, right? It's gonna pull down to them lows down there. What did I say? 2,000, 2,100, right down around that area. So keep an eye on it, guys. I love you. Thank you so much to you members. You're the best. I love you guys. I'll see you in Discord. Have a great day, everybody.